Hello, my name is Jasmine and I am the founder of Yoga Lab. We started Yoga Lab about 2.5 years ago in May 2016, and it has been a journey. I am so glad that I have 2 other partners now, and my team is still with me and really just keeping everything together and running with me throughout this race. I guess we started Yoga Lab with the vision of bringing yoga to more people and to make yoga a lot more accessible and less intimidating for practitioners in Singapore. When I left banking, I started teaching at a few places, and I found that a lot of people were looking for yoga, but one of the main reasons why they were not doing yoga was either because the space was not convenient or prices were a little bit too high. So when we first started our first yoga lab at Hong Kong Street, we were very particular about keeping prices really low and removing everything else and just giving people a kick-ass yoga class. This airs a lot. It's okay, it's our channel, too bad. And So we were very big on giving people good quality of classes, building a sense of family with students and teachers and within the team. And as we have moved and grown over the past 2.5 years, I think the essence of it we've managed to keep. The team is still a very big family, and students are still very happy. A lot of the students that we see now are the students that we had from when Yoga Lab first started. And it's just been amazing because honestly it started out of Instagram, right? Like me, a bunch of other teachers, Erica, Yongxian, Cheyenne, like we just went on Instagram and went like, hey, we're a bunch of young girls and like come and take our classes. Like we are really passionate about yoga, don't think we're young, but we really know what we're doing, and we just went with it, and people believed in us and people kept coming for classes, and they gave us more courage to continue to expand, to go from 1 to 2 to 3 and then eventually 4, and then moving towards other form of movements as well. I think we were not very initially, I think all of us, we thought like yoga is all you need, you do yoga and it'll be okay. That is still true, but moving from yoga, I've also found other forms of movement like bar and spin, things that would complement my yoga practice. So things that I found that because my legs were not as strong, so when it comes to like holding poses like back bending, it can be a little bit tricky and I can go into my lower back quite a lot. So I found things like bar and spinning to really build up strength in my lower body and then to hold me better in poses. And that was the reason why we started Barre Lab as well, because we wanted to show people that, hey, it is not exclusive. You don't have to just do yoga. You can incorporate other forms of movement to help your yoga practice. And I guess I stepped out to create a different brand and a different form of movement. It's also growth for me personally to continuously step out of my comfort zone, to give myself, or rather something new, more chances. I used to think, try once, if I don't like it, then I will like write it off. But now it has changed. Like I would step into something at least 3 to 4 times before deciding if I actually do like it. So the next thing might be hit. I don't know. We'll see. but so far, the journey has been really crazy. We have been super busy. I've burnt out a few times, but I've learned to find a balance, and I've learned to keep that balance, and that having that sense of overall well-being is more important than saying achieving like building another studio or like filling up the classes. Those are important as well, for sure. Like keeping the business running is important, but on top of that, like building good relationships at home with my friends, just making sure every single part of my life is functioning as well as the business. It's equally important. It's still a learning curve for me, but no regrets. Looking back at from now to like 2 years ago, I think the Jasmine now is slightly different from the Jasmine before. Good and bad, I guess. I don't even have to ask Erica. But definitely have learned a few more things, become more mature about my way of thinking, take a little bit more time before I react to things, and that I really appreciate. That part of me I really appreciate now. So in terms of teaching, I want to be back on the schedule a lot more. Again, it's about finding the balance, because I found that as I began to teach more classes, like 8 to 10 yoga classes, then it took the time away from being able to visualize or envision what I wanted for the company, and striking a balance between finding what I can offer to members and as a business, and finding what I can offer to members as a teacher. I think just trying to find like that level ground where I'm not killing myself and business is running properly and teachers and classes are still feeling my presence around the studio. So yeah, so trying to strike a balance there, and I believe in that journey as well. It will eventually come to a point where everyone is going to be very comfortable, the business, myself, students. So keep a lookout. Maybe you will see me on the schedule a little bit more. And teaching bar, just keeping my energy, changing up the energy a little bit, because when you teach bar and when you do bar and when you do something like spin, more cardio, it really spikes the energy up, and with yoga it kind of brings it down to a mellow. So again, finding that balance between like not going up there all the time and like eventually becoming like a hawk and just can't bring yourself down, but being too mellow at the same time. You know, you just sometimes need that pick me up. So yeah, coming to that point. I'm turning 30 next year. Oh my gosh. It is making me think a lot more. So maybe I'll give you guys an update about my revelations in the next video. But for now, this is me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching Yoga Lab TV. Thank you for being around, and honestly, really cannot express my gratitude enough. So thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.